Hello and welcome to Sarah's Stampin' Retreat. Today we'll be making this gorgeous little snow globe Christmas tree decoration. So we've got the deer on one side and the polar bears on the other. The main thing that we'll be using today are these snow globe dies out of the annual catalogue. And we'll actually be using most of these dies today. And then we'll be using these snow globe shaker domes to go with it. So this shape here cuts out a piece of cardstock that goes exactly over the top of this. So you can see I've used this on here and that goes exactly through there. And you can see that I've used them to cut out some different pieces on here. So I've got a stag in basic grey, I've got the two little polar bears in whisper white, I've got some trees in basic grey, I've cut out two of the delicate bits from the bottom of the snow globe in silver foil sheet. And I've actually put some adhesive sheet on the back of there before I've cut it so that it's not messy when we stick it. That's what you can see through the front here. I've got some white trees and then I've got two basic grey solid pieces for the bottom of the shaker dome. And now I've just got this piece of balmy blue cardstock that we'll use later. So let's set the dies aside a second and then we can start making this up. So these are obviously designed to make shaker cards, whereas we want to make a decoration today. So it's got adhesive on both sides here because it's expecting you to want to put that on a card and then put some nice patterned paper over the top of there. So what I've done is I've cut two of these out of silver foil cardstock. So what I want to do is just peel the front off here, pop that through there nice and neatly, and then I'm just going to cut round the back. So then I'm just left with a nice silver frame around there. So I'm going to do that with the other one as well. And then I'm going to do the same on this one. So then I want the background in my shaker dome to be this blue cardstock, balmy blue cardstock. So I'm just going to draw around here. I'm going to do it in pen so that you can see, but obviously pencil's probably a better idea. And then I want this to sit underneath and I want the blue to go down into that to support that a bit. So I'm just having a look at where it needs to come down. So I want this to come around there. And then I want it to come down a bit as well. It's probably enough. It's fine because it'll be hidden by this, so we won't see those horrible lines. So I want to do that twice, one for each side. So then what I'm going to do is just cut inside the lines. So you can see I've been a lot more careful cutting out these pieces than this piece because that's going to cover that, so you won't see all the ratty lines on that. So then I'm going to decorate these pieces because these pieces will sit inside the shaker dome. I think I want to stick the trees straight down on the background. I'm just checking with this just to make sure that they're in the right place. So on one side I'm going to have the basic grey trees and the polar bears, and on the other side I'm going to have the whisper white trees and the reindeer. So we've got the same colour scheme going on both sides. So we're going for a really simple colour scheme today, but you could obviously cut these out in green, maybe add a bit of ink onto them to make them a bit more dimensional. There's a lot of things that you could do with these, but I just wanted quite a simple colour scheme for today. So I'm going to get some of my mini dimensionals. I'm just going to stick them on the back of the reindeer and the polar bears. Just might need to cut a couple of those in half so I get some smaller bits. So then I'm just going to add my shaker domes onto each side. So I'm going to take off the adhesive backing. So then I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter just over the top of the bears. Just whatever you've got in your stash. I don't think this one's even made anymore. And then I'm going to pop my shaker dome over the top of that. There we go. So then that will all fall to the bottom, but we can shake it. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to add a bit of glitter over the top. Take the backing off my shaker dome. Just pop it on there. That's it. And that looks really lovely. So then I'm going to take some tear and tape, and then I'm going to take this silver metallic edged ribbon. And I'm just going to pop some here. So it doesn't matter which side it goes on. And then I want that to come up about that much and then go back down again. So I'm just going to take the other side. Just there. And then I'm going to take these pieces off. I'm just going to chop that there. And take these pieces off. And I'm going to add some glue to this side. And I'm going to put the two together. So then for the bottom, I just want to take my 2 pieces of basic grey cardstock, and I want to pop one of the delicate pieces of silver foil sheet on the top. So like I said before, we put some adhesive sheet on the back before I die cut it. So that means we can just peel the back off and it's like a sticker, rather than trying to use glue on such a delicate piece. And then I'm just going to glue those 2 pieces either side of this to finish our ornament. And then we've got this gorgeous little ornament to sit on our tree. So we've got the deer on one side and the polar bears on the other. But obviously you could switch that up. There's a church in the pack. You could do different colours. So there's loads of different possibilities with this. Just do it to match your decorations or whoever you're going to give it to. But that'll look really cute sitting on the tree. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you liked the project that we made. If you did, please click like below. And you can also press subscribe to see the future projects that I put on my channel. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also tell you when I've got a new project available. All of the products that we've used today will be linked in the description below. And I'll also put a host code there. If you pop the host code in your basket before you check out, then I'll send you a free gift at the end of the month. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.